and we have our Swami Chidrupananda ji, who will be giving us another talk on a few verses from Vidura Neeti. And we'll start this webinar with the Prarthana by Visalakshi ji. Then we will introduce you the speaker. Visalakshi ji, can you do the Prarthana, please?
Om. 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 Om Gananam Tva Ganapati Gum Havamahe Kavim Kavinam Upamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashrunvanuti Visida Sadanam Om Sri Mahaganadhipataye Namaha Om Prano Devi Saraswati Vaje Phirvajinevati Dhinam Avitriyavatu Om Sri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha Om Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheswaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Om Satyam Vada, Dharmam Chara, Swatyaya Anma Pramadaha, Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Atithi Devo Bhava. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti 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 Om Sadasiva Samarambham Vyasa Sankara Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Dhanyavadaha. Dhanyavadaha Visalakshi Mahodaya. Now we'll introduce you all to the, I will introduce the speaker to all of you. Lalitaji, can you do that?
Yes. Sarvebhyaha namaskaraha. Hari Om. Swamiji Chidrupananda Swamiji, pranams. On behalf of Veda Samskruti Samiti and all the participants here, I wish to introduce, welcome our speaker for the day, Swami Chidrupananda Ji, who is presently working as the Acharya of Chinmaya Mission Noida. For more than 20 years, he worked in different parts of at the national level in the youth wing of Chinmaya Mission, such as Secretary General and Director North Zone of All India Chinmaya Yuva Kendra. Chinmaya Yuva Kendra is the youth wing of Chinmaya Mission, serving the youth all over India since its inception in the year 1975. Since his childhood days, Swamiji has been blessed by the grace of Pujya Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda Ji. He graduated himself in science with maths, physics, chemistry as his subjects. He worked in Hyderabad for many years as area business manager in a multinational pharmaceutical company. He toured all parts of the country and gave hundreds of talks to the students of all age groups on different topics related in different universities, colleges, and other institutions like IMT Ghaziabad, IIT Roorkee, Delhi, Guwahati, etc. Apart from the above, he delivered many management lectures for different sections of people such as teachers, doctors, and professionals, etc. He addressed many companies like Tata, Maruti Suzuki, Dell, etc. He's directed and coordinated many national projects undertaken by Chinmaya Mission at the national level, such as holding competitions for the youth in the year 2000 on art of man making, and in the year 2003 on Awakening Indians to India, and many other programs organized by Chinmaya Mission. His special series of talks on Beyond Teaching for the teachers has been drawing good number of participation from different schools of Noida region. Similarly, the series for the youth under the title Power Series and Launchpad have been organized in the Noida region regularly. He is also the Acharya of Chinmaya Mission, Noida. As the Acharya, he has delivered over 300 plus series of talks on Mahabharata and more than 600 talks on Bhagavad Gita and various Upanishads, Shankara Bhashya, on an in-depth study made over the past few years. Before he came to Noida as the director of All India Chinmaya Yuva Kendra for the North Zone, he worked in Visakhapatnam and Chennai Mission centers. He conducted several Gita Gnana Yagnas, that's talks on Bhagavad Gita, and also on Upanishads, apart from lectures on many other spiritual subjects. And his talks has been organized in the corporate sector, educational institutions, and media. There are many such institutions which has really been benefited by the talk of Swami Chidrupanada ji. We welcome you, sir. It is our honor to welcome you on behalf of Veda Samskruti Samiti and all of us today. We are eagerly waiting to hear your Vidura Neeti, talk on Vidura Neeti. A warm welcome, sir. Pranams.
Thank you. Thank you, Lalita ji. Thank you for the introduction. So, Swamiji, pranam.
Yes.
Yeah, we can see you now. Thank you. And now I request you to please start your talk.
Thank you. Thank you. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Samastajana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram. Om Namo Vasisthaya Mahavrataya Parasharam Veda Nidhim Namasye Namostvanantaya Mahoragaya Namostu Siddhebhya Ihakshayebhya Namostu Rishibhya Paramam Paresham Deveshu Devam Varadam Varanam Sahasrashirshaya Namah Shivaya Sahasranamaya Janardhanaya. Narayanam namaskritya naranchaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudiraye. Hari Om. Good afternoon, everyone. Nice meeting you, all of you again after some time, I think. After 1 month or a month. I don't remember last time when we met here like this online. But that is not important now. Today we shall see some of the slokas from Vidura Neeti. Before that, the context we have to understand. Vidura Neeti context. See, after the Ajñatavasa of Pandavas, after the Ajñātavasa of Pandavas, that Virata Parva ends with Uttara and Abhimanyu wedding. Uttara, daughter of the Virata king, and Abhimanyu, a wedding, grand wedding was celebrated. After the wedding, the next day, there were so many people attended the wedding. Drupada attended, from the Balramji was there, then so many people from Dwaraka and all those friendly kings of Pandavas. They all assembled there for the wedding. So it was a great grand celebration after going through 12 years of Vanavasa and 1 year of Ajñātavasa, facing so many challenges. And after that wedding, and they all assembled because Bhagavan Krishna called them for a special meeting the next day of the wedding. So all of them were chit-chatting in the sabha. They're all seated in their own seats, and then they're all discussing each, just like pleasantry, exchanging pleasantries. And after some time, they all became silent and everybody looked at Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Because Bhagavan Krishna called them for a meeting. So Bhagavan rose from his seat, from his simhasan, asan, and he said, he addressed. Now look here, Pandavas have completed Vanavasa and Ajñātavasa, both forest life for 12 years and incognito 1 year, successfully. Now as per the deal, it is now the turn of Kauravas to hand over the kingdom back to Yudhishthira. So in the discussion, a lot of discussions took place. And the conclusion was, they wanted to send an ambassador, Duta, to Dhritarashtra with a message that, look here, we have completed our Ajñātavasa also. As per the promise and as per the deal, you must return our kingdom back to us. Indraprastha. But then Raja Drupada, that is Draupadi's father, who was also there wedding, he was entrusted a special job to train the ambassador. They selected an appropriate, calm, quiet, intelligent, sharp ambassador. A Brahmana was selected and he was trained by Drupada how to go and what to talk there and how to deliver the message, etc., etc., etc. And the message has been conveyed to Brahmana and he was asked to go to Hastinapur and deliver the message to Dhritarashtra in the court. So this Brahmana went there, took appointment, and he met, and then he said in the Sabha, message was delivered. In short, the message is what? Now return our kingdom back. We have done our job as per the promise made. You must return the kingdom back to us. And Dhritarashtra knew that this person should not be allowed, ambassador should not be allowed to stay in the kingdom in Hastinapur for longer time, because the Brahmana was also suggested, because it's a secret deal, to study, to stay back in Hastinapur if possible for a couple of days and study what kind of war preparations are going on there and report them back to the, that is a way of method of working the secret agents also. And Dhritarashtra knew that this kind of proposal must have come to him. So therefore he said, after listening to the message, he instructed the Brahmana immediately to leave the kingdom. He said, immediately you leave the kingdom. I will send a message to Pandavas. I will send my own ambassador in response to the message that I have received today from Pandavas, from Krishna, from all of you. So this person came back, and after maybe next 2 days or 3 days, whatever it is, immediately, not so long, he sent Sanjaya. Suta, he was charioteer. He went there Sanjaya went to there, that Virata Nagara, and he met Pandavas. And Bhagavan Krishna also was there. He delivered a big message. The crux of the message is this. Look, my dear Pandavas, Dhritarashtra, because the ambassador is speaking on behalf of Dhritarashtra. Sanjay is speaking on behalf of Dhritarashtra. He said, look here, the crux of the message is this. Oh Pandavas, you are so great, you are sattvic, you know the purpose of life, spiritual upliftment, moksha is the purpose of everybody's life. You are so blessed. So and so Krishna Bhagavan is always with you all. And eventually everybody wants to spend time in jungle only, in Vanaprastha ashram. You are all lucky that you are all already been spending so much time in Vanaprastha. My children are very, very cunning. They don't listen to me. They are out of my control. And you are so sattvic and divine and you understand everything. Since the purpose of life is a higher purpose only, this all tuchha, nicha, all these things, cheap, third-rate things, why are you hankering after property and kingdom, etc.? Stay back in jungle, continue your sadhana in jungle. In this way, there can be peace established on earth. See the crooked message? So शांति सब लोग चाहते हैं, इस तरह से हम शांति की प्राप्ति हम कर सकते हैं. माने जो जहां जैसे है वैसे ही रहो. Whatever way, wherever you are, you please continue. And everybody got burnt inside. Arjuna, Bhima. They got more angry looking at this message from Sanjaya. And they blasted. Everybody gave. Yudhishthira gave message, and then Yudhishthira ultimately said, nothing doing. I cannot give up my kingdom now. I have suffered enough. No crosstalk, please. Ensure all mics are off. So I will not compromise. I want my kingdom back. We have suffered with my brothers and my wife Draupadi. At least give us 5 places, 5 kingdoms, 5 cities, so that we can rule. We can live ourselves and eke out our livelihood. That is the minimum I can ask. Okay, whole kingdom you take. Let us live in peace at least. Earn our livelihood. And Krishna also gave the message. Arjuna gave a message. Bhima gave a message. Very ferocious messages they delivered. And Sanjaya in the end he says, I am very sorry if I have hurt your feelings, because it is all not from me. It is all what Raja asked me to say I conveyed. And then Dr. Yudhishthira praised Sanjaya. We love you, Sanjaya. I know that it is not your message and your krurata or kathorata is not from you. The shrewd message that you have conveyed, it is not coming from your heart. I know that. We love you all. And then he enumerates the qualities of an ambassador. Yudhishthira mentioned these are the qualities of an ambassador. And all these qualities are in you. Wonderful it is to meet you. Please convey this message to Dhritarashtra. And Krishna also said, if you are not obliging for 5 villages, the war will take place. And I am warning you the consequences. They will be terrible. And there will be a lot of destruction and you cannot stop it. Then the message, the Sanjaya came back one day evening. About 6:30 he has reached. Now don't ask me how I know the timings. That is none of your business. 6:30 p.m. he has reached where the Dhritarashtra's court and sent a word through the soldier, the gatekeepers. Sanjaya is come. Please ask the king to give permission for me to enter into and meet him. Sanjaya, the gatekeepers conveyed. Dhritarashtra said, no, for Sanjaya, anytime, please, just immediately. Sanjaya came inside and Sanjaya scolded. Sanjaya was such a character in Mahabharata. He used to convey the message in a rough manner to Dhritarashtra. He doesn't want to polish using a polished language. I've seen many times in Mahabharata, Sanjaya's message convey, very shrewd, straight to the heart, no question of going here and there. He said very clearly, sir, whatever is happening today, the destruction is likely to happen. You are responsible. Straight away he told him. Nobody else is responsible except Dhritarashtra. You are responsible, sir. I'm very sorry to say that. I have really heard a lot of discussions from them. All of them gave their messages. Yudhishthira conveyed his message. But sir, with due respect to you, I'm extremely tired now. I had a long journey. Upapalavya, they were staying Upapalavya, Viratnagar. Then they came from there. I came driving the chariot. So please, I want to take rest. Tomorrow in the court, in the midst of all people, sabhi ke samne, Bhishmacharya will be there, Dronacharya will be there, Ashwathama, Kripacharya, and all those great your own friends are there. Duryodhana will be there, 100 sons will be there. In the presence of all of them, I will convey the message of Yudhishthira to you. But now I am very tired, so kindly give me permission to sleep. Before he asked permission, he released an arrow. What is that? You are responsible, whatever is going to happen. And Sanjaya went back. I am not in a mood to convey. I want to convey the message in front of everybody, not privately to you. He went back. When he went back, he could not sleep. Dhritarashtra, extremely disturbed, scared. What will happen now? What was the message he would have delivered? Yudhishthira would have delivered through Sanjaya to me. So his mind is so much disturbed and he could not sleep. It's about 8:30, 9 p.m. He must not have had dinner also on that day. He immediately sent a word to Vidurji. Immediately asked him to come and meet me. Immediate. Perhaps Vidurji was resting, taking a pan after eating dinner, lying down on his couch, happily. Then somebody went and, sir, Vidurji, Raja is calling, Dhritarashtra is calling you, summoning you. Immediately he has summoned you. Immediately you must come without any waste of time. It's an immediate order. Vidurji got up and ran. He gave permission. Again asked gatekeepers. Gatekeepers conveyed. And Dhritarashtra said, no, for Vidurji, there is no such permission required. Please ask him to come inside immediately. He had come. And Dhritarashtra said, Vidura, Sanjaya came back from Pandavas. He brought a message to me from Yudhishthira, but without conveying the message, he said tomorrow he will convey the message in front of all of you in the Sabha. And he left. He also said, he chided me. He said, I am responsible for everything that has been happening in the country. Whatever is going to happen, I am responsible. And I am so much disturbed. So please teach me something to make my mind peaceful. And you are a dharmagnya, dharmanishta purusha, dharmavan, dharmavatar. So teach me some kind of dharma, moral and ethical principles. And that's how Vidurji starts his Vidura Neeti, which runs about 300 slokas. In Mahabharata, around 300 above slokas are there. In Udyoga Parva, it comes. Something like chapter 33 to chapter 39 or 40. It goes on. 38 or something. And it continued till morning at 3:30, 3:40 p.m. Then the end, Dhritarashtra says, teach me more about Tattva. Dharma Bodha I have heard. Thank you for it. But I want to learn more. And I also heard that something I wanted to listen from you. Please teach me some essence, some spirituality, some deeper science. Atma Jnana. Vidurji says, Maharaj, I am not entitled to teach you Atma Jnana. I can teach you Dharma, but regarding matters pertaining to Brahma, because Veda has only two subjects, Dharma and Brahma. About Brahma, about the Tattva, I am not entitled, I am not adhikari to teach you. My restriction is only Dharma I can teach you, and I taught you. Within brackets, which is of course of no use, whatever I teach you, you are not listening. Within brackets, I told. Since you want to listen something more, my Guru, Sanat Sujata, says there is nothing called death. Death is not there. Then immediately, Dhritarashtra asks, how can you say that there is no death? The whole, many Upanishads and many places in Puranas, and everybody wanted to become Amara, immortal. They want to escape death because death is real. And where is Sanat Sujata will be? Come on, let us call the chariot now. We will go immediately to his ashram to learn. And Vidurji says, Maharaj, he is not available now on the earth. Sanat Sujata is such a great master, Brahma Manasa Putra. We cannot reach him. He is not in any physical plane now, that you can go and take chariot and go to his ashram. He is not available like that. He is there. If you want, I can call him. Then they call him immediately. So about 3:45, 3:50 in the morning, Brahma Muhurta, Vidurji invoked his Guru Sanat Sujata, and there is a brilliant light, brilliant Darshana Jyoti Swarupa, and he materialized it there in front of Dhritarashtra and asked. Dhritarashtra could not see him, of course, he's a blind man. And he asked him. Dhritarashtra said, please sit down. Argyapadya, all that is over. And said, sir, I wanted this question. Teach me about. What is that I heard from Vidura that you say that there is no death at all. Pramado vai mrutyuraham bravimi, he says. And then the entire thing he speaks about, a huge subject he spoke on this. Pramado vai mrutyuraham bravimi. Anyway, we are not entering the topic. It is called Sanat Sujati. So till 6 o'clock, 6:30, he heard message from Sanat Sujatiya, and he disappeared. Vidura went back home. Then next day they all met in Sabha. Then the Sanjaya delivered the message. So what has happened in the night between about 9:30 to 3:30, whole night he was teaching Dharma to Dhritarashtra. That portion is called Vidura Neeti. Now, I personally I found some interesting, I found out, it is my understanding, Chanakya Neeti speaks about establishment of peace, order, law, rule of law, justice in society. So that how we should behave, we should manage affairs. So Chanakya Neeti speaks about it. Vidura Neeti is focused, oriented towards evolution of the spirit, the jiva, and he guides him towards enlightenment. So if you follow Dharma, it takes us to Antakarana Shuddhi, mind and intellect becomes pure. So pure mind and intellect is capable of turning within. Avrutta Chakshuhu Amrutattvam Icchan. Become capable of turning within, investigating who am I, and thus you can take a leap into another dimension of consciousness. This word Puja Gurudev says another dimension of consciousness, new dimension of consciousness you can enter. So the Vidura Neeti is evolution oriented. He purifies the heart of the people. So that is the topic. I have 1 more hour to take. So we'll start some of the selected verses from Vidura Neeti. He says, 1 second. Yes, he says, when Dhritarashtra said, I am not getting sleep, it says 4 kinds of people do not sleep. Prajagaraha. He says, Abhiyuktam balavata durbalam hina sadhanam rataswam kaminam churam avishanti prajagaraha. In Prajagara, they become awake. They don't sleep. Who are they? Durbalam hina sadhanam balavata abhiyuktam. When somebody's shatrutva, enmity, grew stronger, with somebody more stronger people than me, enmity with strong, if it grows. So you have some kind of enmity towards more stronger people and the enmity grew, then you cannot sleep. Because you are always worried what kind of that strong enemy can do to me. Because now dharma drushti se, and also from the standpoint of the power and strength and energy, Pandavas are mighty. Not from the standpoint of Akshohini Sainya. They have only 7 Akshohini, but these fellows have 11 Akshohinis, Kauravas. Not in that sense. Dhritarashtra is always afraid that Pandavas will win. So with enmity with the Pandavas who are stronger in dharma, that is causing you sleeplessness, number 1. So somebody's enmity with the stronger people grew, then you cannot sleep, number 1. Number 2, Hritaswam, one who has lost everything. Kaminam, why lustful man or person, lustful person. Choram, a thief, they don't sleep in the night. Kami Purusha doesn't sleep. Thief doesn't sleep. One who has lost everything is deep sorrow, he cannot sleep. Or the one with for whom the enmity grew with stronger people, he cannot sleep. And Vidurji says, I hope, Dhritarashtra, you are not affected by these 4 kinds of people. And he says, who is Yudhishthira? He is fit enough to become the master of all the 3 worlds. Yudhishthira qualities are what? He can become the Raja, master of the Swami of the entire 3 worlds. Such a Dharmagya Purusha. And such a great man was obeying you because you are Tauji, father's elder brother. He considers you as his guru. He never uttered anything against you. But you had sent him to jungle. What a pity. And you could not identify who Yudhishthira is. Because you are deprived of the light of vision. That drushti is there, no? You cannot see by blind physically, blind mentally, blind intellectually. Your blindness is at all levels. But you know what is happening? Even not that you don't know the knowledge, you are a dharmatma, you know knowledge he has, but then you are blind. And thereby you are refused to give his kingdom to him. His part of his kingdom, you are refused to give to him. You cheated him, sent him to jungle. Now you are also thinking about it. Then he gives Vidurji a series of shlokas. It's a very worth studying in depth Vidura Neeti. He gives a series of shlokas on qualities of a wise man. And then he gives a series of shlokas, enumerates the qualities of a foolish person. Murkha lakshanani. Bahuni santi. So many qualities of murkhas are there. Similarly, Pandita Lakshanani api bahuni santi. There are so many Pandita Lakshanas also. So he enumerates the qualities of a wise man and also the qualities of a foolish person. A very beautiful point. Vidurji speaks about it. He says, Atmajnanam samarambha titiksha dharma nityata yamartha napakarshanti savai pandita uchyate. I'm seeing selected slokas. Some entire 300 slokas we cannot complete. No. See, yam arthat na apakarshanti. One who is not deviated, dragged away from the path of his objective, from path of his progress. Path of his end. End means lakshya, goal. Arthat, some kind of objective. Na apakarshanti. The one who is not dragged away from the path. So whatever goal we have set up and we are pursuing the goal, in our case, Puja Gurudev Swami Chidrupanada says, even a smell of pakoda from kitchen is enough to disturb my studies. A coffee smell is enough to disturb me. A little music is enough, I am deviated, distracted. Who is the wise man? One who is never distracted from the path of his objective goal. Because of what? Atmajnanam, because of self-knowledge. Samarambha. Samarambha means you can convert the best efforts he puts. He initiates, he put best efforts, titiksha, forbearance, and dharma nityata, steadfastness in virtue. Because of these four, this wise man, keeping these four lakshanas, what are they? Atmajnanam, he knows who am I, not spiritual Atmajnanam here. What am I doing? What is the purpose of my life? What is my objective of my life? How should I deal my life? Where should I go? What is my goal? Atmajnanam. And preparation, right kind of effort for that, samarambha. And in between, so many problems will come, titiksha, forbearance. And in and through all these things, abiding deeply rooted in dharma nityata, principles of dharma, righteousness. Because of these things, a wise man is not deviated from the... So one who is not deviating from the path of his objective goal, because of these four lakshanas in him, he is a wise man. In fact, in short, who is a wise man? One who is not deviated from the purpose of his life. You decide your purpose. You set your objective. It's not that somebody gives me the objective of my life. You decide. He is a wise man. Two, three slokas we will say about a wise man. And second sloka says, Krodho harshascha darpascha ristambho manyamanita yamarthan napakarshanti savai pandita uchyate. What are all the causes that which shake us from the path of our journey, from the path of our goal? There are many things which can deviate me, take me away, just like that. A great master said, Sadguru Shivanmurti, he was telling, for tapasvis today, we don't need Rambha, Urvasi, Menaka to disturb our tapasya. One mosquito is enough, he would say. One mosquito singing his song, not even biting, singing his song, that is enough to disturb our tapasya. So Indra need not send Rambha, Urvasi, Menaka, Ityadi. So many things disturb us. So what are the things which can deviate me from the path? Every time I'm shaken out, every time I'm ejecting myself out of the path. What is it? Krodaha, first one, anger. So anger, all these qualities, the one who is not deviated from the path of his goal by all these the negative qualities, one who is not deviated by them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, listed them, he is a wise man. So what is the first one? Anger. Now today this is not the talk on anger management. Yes, anger is punishing yourself for somebody else's mistakes. Anger diverted towards oneself or family or God or the world or situation, circumstances or the state, administration, government, neighbors, the world around. So whenever I get angry, that moment I jumped out of my path. Then again I have to come back to settle myself on the path. In between, some time is lost, focus is lost, the flow of energies are disturbed. So krodaha, harshaha, or joy, extreme joyful. मैं इतना खुशी हूं आज, क्या बताऊं, तो क्या करेंगे, हॉलिडे मनाएंगे, तो आज पढ़ाई बंद, ध्यान बंद, पूजा बंद, उपासना बंद, जप बंद, सत्संग बंद, श्रवण बंद, मनन बंद, निधिध्यासन बंद. Let me celebrate today. Let me celebrate. I am so joyful today. The joy, extra joy, doesn't allow me to meditate. Doesn't allow me to pursue my goal. But in the case of wise man, he is not disturbed. Krodha may come, he cannot touch. There may be plenty of opportunities for anger, to show anger, but he is not showing it. Then that's okay. But his focus is not disturbed. Krodho, harshascha, darpascha, pride. Pride also disturbs. Hrihi, false modesty. Stambha, stupefaction. Suspended sensibility, it is called. Stambhavat tishtati. Stambha, manya manita, vanity. All these things should not deviate us from the goal. So who is not deviated by all of them from this path of pursuit and a goal? A wise man. So who is a wise man? One who is not dragged away from the path of his achievement, for path of his goal, pursuit, by any of these things. He is a wise man. Beautiful, isn't it? Contrast to it, we are easily disturbed. My mood is off, I'm angry. And later on I may repent, but what is the use? Beautiful things. One more sloka I think we will see. So many slokas are selected for wise lakshanas. Only one sloka I think I selected for murkha lakshana. Why should we enumerate Murkha Lakshanani? When I am already Murkha, why should I enumerate that? So I thought it better for me to study wise qualities. Yatha Shakti Chikirshanti, Yatha Shakti Cha Kurvate, Nakinchit Avamanyante, Pandita Bharatarshabha. Another beautiful quality of a wise man, intelligent man. Yatha Shakti Chikirshanti. To the best of their ability, they think. They think twice, thrice, 4 times, 5 times, 10 times. Yatha Shakti. To the best of their ability, they think and then they take decisions. So they take time, they consult, they don't take hasty decisions. And one thing, an important point, 90% or 95% of our life can be planned well in advance. You know what you are supposed to do, what your duties are. 5%, certain things, happen suddenly. We cannot plan a traffic jam. We cannot plan, nobody could plan, no cloud burst in Amarnath, it happened yesterday. We predicted maybe rain may happen. So certain things beyond our predictions. So we can't prepare. Suddenly something comes, we can't prepare. That is understandable. But 95% or even 96%, we know what are our duties. Hey, when you join the class or school or college, you know that next year exams are coming. So 1 year notice is already given to you. The day you are joined, that final exam or first semester, after 3-4 months, first semester, after 4 months again, second semester. You know already. A fool delays. Wise man plans well in advance. So well in advance, when you plan, remember, very important. When you plan well in advance, you will get sufficient time to think about it. But I may have talked on Vidura Neeti many times. But every time I feel it is new. So every time I prepare. I'll just go through which are slokas to talk today. So I get sufficient time to think because I knew my duties, my responsibilities. Suppose you should be reminded, Swamiji talk is there, 4 baje utho, so gaye kya, aap bhul gaye kya, oh main bhul gaya yaar, kya karun? That is not intelligent lakshana, How can we forget our responsibilities and duties? So when you plan well in advance, then only you can think. You have sufficient time to think. Yatha Shakti Chikirshanti, to the one's own possibility, to the one's own might and ability, one can think only when you respect the work that which you are supposed to do in future. That something is there and coming up after 6 months or 8 months or 1 month, you have sufficient time. Then only you can, well in advance, if you start the work, then only you can sufficiently think and dwell and try to understand. If I start preparing for 1 month before for all 5 subjects or 6 subjects in my college, what can I understand? Where is the time to think? Where is time? Only by heart, and I forget. It's a struggle, no? Yatha Shakti Chikirshanti. Yatha Shakti Cha Kurvate. And to the best of their ability, best of their strength and might, they act. They don't hide their energies. You just let me put my best efforts. It is for my satisfaction, not for somebody else's certificate. Whether all of you are listening, or right now I'm talking to you, whether you are listening to me or switch it on and then sleeping or seeing WhatsApp messages, I don't care. I don't want to know what you are doing. And online, this is the business. Switch off the mic and watch TV news also. Bichara, the speaker also speaks. The speaker of not this speaker, the speaker in the laptop or mobile, that also emits sound waves. I'm not interested. I'm only reflecting myself with great opportunity bestowed upon me today by the Lord, by VSS organization, Veda Samskruti Samstha, whatever it is, VSS. And then it's my reflection. So I exert and I do my best for my own upliftment spiritually. Nakinchid avamanyante. Third lakshana is what in the sloka says. A wise man should not take anything for granted. He should not disregard anything as insignificant. I am ready to learn even from, I should be ready to learn even from a servant or a watchman. I cannot, we don't know what kind of wisdom is hidden, because everybody is a conscious entity. Everybody is Brahman. Everybody is a future enlightened Mahatma. As Gurudev says, every sinner has future and every saint had a past. Disrespecting something, disregarding something, whether it is material or things or beings. We should not disregard, disrespect. Nakinchit avamanyante. That is a Pandita Lakshanam. Panditaha Bharatarshana. Oh, Dhritarashtra, that he is a Pandit. And you are quite opposite, I think, Dhritarashtra. Kshipram vijanati chiram shrunoti vijñāya chārtham bhajate nakamat nasam prushto vyopayumte pararthe tat prajñānam prathamam panditasya. Kshipram vijanati. Because of his extreme awareness, intelligence. Intelligence is what? Living in the present. And what is in the present? The presence. What is the presence? The consciousness. The intelligence, which is not mine. It is universal, all-pervading intelligence is there, which is ready to pulsate through all of us. Only thing is, when I am agitated, that intelligence is cut off from me. Universal intelligence is cut off from me. But when I am living in the present, I open myself to that intelligence. Then that intelligence, that cosmic intelligence, Mahatattva, that cosmic intelligence, when it is, because it's everywhere, all-pervading, because of my living in the present, living with full awareness, there's something called vestibule connection gets opened up between me and the total cosmic intelligence. And that intelligence functions through me. And then what is the lakshana of that? Kshipram vijanat. I can understand everything quickly. The ability to grasp the things around me so that I can respond. Kshipram vijanat. Those wonderful doctors are there, when every teachers are there, they can answer, gurus are there, in all fields, scientists are there, in all fields, those who are tuned to the presence, the present, focused on their work, and they are in the present, and then the intelligence functions through them. And that is because of that intelligence, I can understand everything quickly. Chiram Shrunoti, listens patiently. That is a great lakshana. Because earlier we saw, no, nakinchid avamanyante. Therefore, your patience, that's what, do not take any speaker for granted. Anyone for granted. So, Chiram Shrunoti, patiently listen. He listens patiently. That is why such a person can become a leader, a guide, a coach, a guru. A doctor profession should listen patiently to the patient. A lawyer should listen patiently to the arguments put forth by opposite party. Judge should listen with awareness what the hell is happening in the court. Soldier should be aware what's happening in the boundaries. Awareness, alertness is required. So, Chiram Shrunoti, patience. Vijñāya artham bhajate na kamat. Having understood, he pursues his objects not out of lust or greed or desire. Meaning, his activities, his pursuits are not whipped by passion, lust and greed and desire, but his pursuits are whipped up by what? By kind of compassion, by purpose, universal purpose. Jagat hitaya cha. Artham bhajate na kamat. Loka sangrahamevapi samparshan kartum arhasi. Krishna says to Arjuna. Work for Loka sangraha. Welfare of people. Not only with my greed, my desire, my fulfillment, my money, my bank. Money is required. So, but then the drushti is for welfare of totality. Na asamprushtaha vipayungte na pararthe. Strictly speaking, a wise man will not poke his nose in others' affairs without being asked. Na asamprushte. Without being asked, he will not offer his opinions, judgments, suggestions. He doesn't poke his nose in others' affairs without being asked. Ignorant man, every cheap thing that is happening on the street, he wants to know. Kya ho raha? Kya ho raha? Kya ho raha? A wise man moves in the world with a board on his chest, available for consultation only. Pariprashnena sevaya, Bhagavan ki pariprashnena, upadekshanti te jnanam, jnaninaha tattvadarshinaha. Teacher doesn't, pariprashnena. The more you can ask questions to teacher, then teacher replies. So without, elders also, our problem with all the elders in the houses is what? Without being asked, they offer their suggestions to son and daughter-in-law and daughters and all, and they get pissed off. We can't keep quiet. Our itch is so much that we involve in everybody's affairs. Or another ego that I am the eldest of the family. I must know what the hell is happening, everything in me, in my house. Everyone should tell me, report to me. They will ask me and go out. They may not ask, you ignore. How long we are holding on to that thought? So don't ask anything. Great masters have demonstrated. They are available for consultation. They don't involve in others' affairs. That is intelligent lakshana. Without being asked. Tat prajnanam prathamam panditasya. This is the foremost mark of wisdom. Prathamam prajnanam panditasya. So we have seen so many called. He gave, I think, around 29 or 30. I don't remember exactly. Around 30 shlokas. If I am correct, if I am the original text I'm talking. Vidurji gave about the qualities of the wise person. One more sloka he says. Na prapyam abhivanchanti nashtam nechanti shochitum apatsu nacha muhyanti nara pandita buddhayaha. Na aprapyam abhivanchanti. Na aprapyam na abhivanchanti. So they don't desire for those things which they know that they are not attainable. We know certain things, it's not possible for us. This wise, and you don't tell me now. How does he know? I told you already, wise man Lakshana is what? Living in the present, connected to the universal intelligence. That intelligence tells him, the intuition tells him that these are the things you cannot achieve. This is unattainable for you in the present circumstances. Don't venture it out. Unnecessary efforts. No need for you. And because of the wisdom, they know what is attainable and what is not attainable. What can be pursued by me, what cannot be pursued by me. What is within my limits and what is not within my limits. Nashtam nechanti shochitum. Gatasu nagatasuscha nanushocanti panditaha. Now, who is a wise man? He doesn't grieve for the one who is dead or one for who is living. He doesn't grieve for anybody. The same thing. Nashtam nechanti shochitam. He does not grieve for what is lost and gone. Oh, 1985, mera 50 rupiah chala gaya. In those days, 50 rupiah means 5,000 rupees now. I lost it in 1985. And anybody says in the present that I lost my money 100 rupees, you recollect 50 rupees that you lost and share the story. It's a garbage. I'll give you this example, in the municipal dustbin on the roadside. And people dump garbage in it. And it gets filled up. Maybe 1 week, 10 days, it gets filled up. All people will put. When the guy comes with a van, and when he empties, see the bad smell that comes out from the bottom of the dustbin. Big dustbin. Similarly, we piled up all the past and pressure it, put pressure, add more, and then inside it's such a badbu. Badbu means such a foul smell. That's why Swami Chidrupananda was asked by somebody, do you read minds? Gurudev replied, I don't want to go through the garbage of others. So gatam gataha, they don't spin stories and then think about the past failures. I mean, lost all those things you lost in the past, and now crying. 30 years back, 40 years back, some family member died. You are crying stupidity. You would have already taken birth. Loss is loss. Don't grieve over it. Apatsu nacha mukhyanti. Their minds are not clouded during calamities. They are not deluded during calamities. During calamities also, they don't get into shock. They are fully present there. Oh, this is a calamity happened around me. ठीक है. This is a tragedy. Okay. Let me face it. So spiritual, as I told you, Vidurji, purpose is what? Spiritual upliftment. Apatsu nacha mukhyanti. Naraha pandita buddhaya. All those great people, pandita buddhaya, those who are endowed with such kind of wisdom, they are the ones. And we will see only one sloka on who is a fool. Akamam kamayati yaha kamyanam parichajet balavantam cha yodveshti tamaho moda chetasam. One sloka I'm telling. Akamam kamayati. This is a fool. He desires all those things which are not to be desired. So fundamentally, look at us. What is the problem? In one sense, we'll see. From one angle, we'll see. What is the problem? For what? For all of us. Why are we suffering? Desire. The Monkey Gita, Monkey Gita comes in Mahabharata. Very beautiful story. Kama janamite moolam sankalpat kila jayase. You see, natvam sankalpayishyami samulo na bhavishyati. So desire. Nothing but desire. For every sorrow, unfulfilled desire. Every joy, fulfilled desire. And joy is not permanent. Joy goes out for some time. It remains again unfulfilled. Then another desire is what? That joy should not leave me. That desire will not be fulfilled. The joy will go. And what is my balance? Back to square one. What is my original nature now? Sorrow. I am in sorrow. That will come. Nitya Dukkhita will come later on. So a fool desires all those things which are not to be desired and suffers in life. All of us. You desire a girl, she refused, but you want her only, to marry her only. But she refused. What a pain, what a sorrow. I wanted to go to America. I could not get a visa. You try for America. I'm not saying not to try. Try. Okay, milega to milega, nahi milega to nahi milega. Playful mood, no? In America also, there are lakhs of people who are waiting for green card. Oh, life is, we are really suffering because of desires. That's why Krishna said, Dharma viruddho bhuteshu kamaustu bharatarshava. That desire which is not opposite to Dharma, that is me, Krishna said. This fool is what? Desires all those things which are not to be desired. Kamyanam parichajet. Dharma, what is to be desired, you don't do it. You don't desire it. What is to be desired? Dharma. Dharma viruddho bhute, just now I said. All dharmic desires are desired to be desired. Praja sankshemam, loka sankshemam. One's own, the family should be there, and then some the dharmic desires. There's nothing wrong in it. And Murkha is what? Sabse balwanon se panga leta hai. He takes, with he challenges, he fights, he opposes. With whom? Oh, the whom? He opposes the stronger people. He hates stronger people. Unse panga leta hai. Panga lena mane, you go and then challenge that person. Argue with that person. You know that he is stronger than you know. Why go and struggle with the strong people and get killed? Or get destroyed? Get humiliated? So, tam ahohu moda chetasam. He is called, or he is regarded as a foolish person. Some may be stronger, not only physical strength, financially strong. Somebody is getting, somebody prarabdha is good, destiny is good, he's minting money, millions. And I will also start a business, and I will also, then how many people with the unnecessary, you are happy, no? I knew one doctor. Long back when I was working, I knew one doctor. He was having some nursing home. Somewhere, I will not tell all the details now. Some nursing home. He is getting good nursing home, good patients are there, good money. Quiet life, very happy life. What is Hyderabad? At CDR hospitals. He compared his nursing home with CDR hospitals, and he wanted to build up another big hospital nearby, outskirts of city, on the other side. And he took me also there once. Huge bank loan, State Finance Corporation. Then another tension, how to clear the loan. Tax more, patients more, unethically, charge more, billing more. What kind of rut we are into? Akamam kamayati. He desired all those things which are not to be desired. Why should we compare? In some cases, it clicks. But we must know whether you are capable of it or not. That intelligence will tell you. Intelligence, when I say not your intelligence, intelligence is a cosmic principle. By the grace of the Guru, by your own sadhana, by grace of your Guru, if it strikes, accordingly you can take decisions. You are blessed. Ekam visharaso hanti shastre naikascha vadhyate sarastram saprajam hanti rajanam mantra visravaha. Vidurji is indicating, indirectly telling Dhritarashtra. Ekam visharaso hanti. A poison, given. Only one poison can kill only one person, no? Meaning the person who takes poison, he alone is killed and destroyed. Shastrena ekascha vadhyate. And you take one sword, once you, at one time only one can be killed, So they are not harmful. Okay, one person is killed here. One person died through poison. Sarastram saprajam. Oh my God. Entire kingdom, along with the king and along with the people, everybody is get destroyed. By whom? By wicked counsels. Mantra visravaha. Wicked counsels are there, no? Who are wicked counsels for you? Dushta chatushtayam. Who are counseling you? Duryodhana, Dushyasana, Karna and Shikuni. They are called Dushta chatushtayam. And you are listening to them. Bhishma, Drona, I am there, you don't listen. Krishna is there, you don't listen to anybody of those wise people. Maitreya Maharshi has warned you when Pandavas are in jungle. Maitreya Maharshi came and warned him. So therefore, wicked counsels you take, they destroy completely your kingdom, your empire, your business, your house, your family. Like Mandhara in Ramayana, whole thing is disturbed. Kaikeyi heard that Dhritarashtra died, Dasharatha died. All three Ranis became widows. Rama had to go to jungle. Sita suffered. What lesson we should take is we should not keep what kind of counsels you are keeping around you. That is very important. And our counsels, who are our counsels? Naukrani at home. The housemaid is the one who counsels the housewife. She tells, and this stupid lady listens, and the whole house is collapsed. Wicked counsels. If she is sensible, a great evolved soul, Naukrani, that's a great blessing. Wicked counsels I am talking. And we like such suggestions also. Interesting, isn't it? We don't like good suggestions. Good suggestions are not palatable to us. All third-rate, useless suggestions only we like. Families are ruined. Businesses are ruined. Vidurji says, no, kingdoms are ruined now because your own Kaurava kingdom is going to be ruined because of your wicked counsels. And Vidura tells him long back when Duryodhana was born, Vidura tells him, kill him, he says. He is not going to be the right person for you. If you want, right, just destroy him, he says. The baby. Bad omens. He says this is not the right signs. So with whom, what kind of counsels you should not approach? Mantrana, mantri, advisors. What kind of advisors you should not take it into account? Even though you are a mighty king, Balavan king Raja you are, still you should not take advice from 4 kinds of people. What are they? Chatvari rajñātu mahabalena varjānyahu panditastani vidyāt alpa prajñaihi saha mantram na kuryāt na dīrghasūtraihi alasaischāranaischa. Chatvari rajñātu mahabalena. Mahabalena rajñā api. A great, mighty, powerful king he may be. Wise people say 4 kinds of counsels, advisors should be kept aside. Even though a king might be very great, but don't take advice from following 4. Varjani ahuhu, panditaha ahuhu. Tani vidyat. The one should know that. What are they now? Alpa prajñaihi sahamantram na kuryāt. Don't go and ask advisors from men of little intelligence, men of little sense. Don't go and take advice from them. Na dīrghasūtraihi. Men of procrastination. If you go today, you ask a suggestion, that guy will give after 1 month. Before that, the entire collapse will take place. Oh, I will diagnose it and come next month, I will tell you. Within 1 month, the patient may die. Dīrghasūtraihi. Alasaischa. Alasa, indolent people, lazy people. But they don't even listen properly what you are asking. Charanaischa, men who praise you, flatterers, those who always आपके तारीफ करने वाले. ओ राजा बहुपराग, आप तो इतना बड़े ज्ञानी है, महाविद्वान है, आपके साथ कौन तुलना कर सकते हैं, आप तो महान है. They praise, they praise you, and you go and take such advice. They drown you in the greatest problem. They say, no, Ativinaya Durta Lakshanam. Ativinayam Durta Lakshanam. And don't go and take such suggestions from them. So what we have to understand is, we must, principle number 1, life cannot be lived without keeping proper advisors around us. It could be guru. It could be some person who is matured enough to guide me, a consultant who loves me. So I must have right kind of guides around me for different purposes. A medical doctor, a good teacher, spiritual guide. For every problem, there is a consultation required. And I must keep such kind of good people as my advisors. Don't get tempted to take decision and guidance from every Tom, Dick and Harry on the road. अल्पप्रज्ञैः दीर्घसूत्रैः अलसैः चारणैश्च सह मंत्रम न कुर्यात्. Last sloka I will take now, 525 now. द्वे कर्मणि नरः कुर्वन् अस्मिन् लोके विरोचते अब्रुवन् परुषं किंचिद असतो नार्चयन् तथा. Vidurji says, do two things. By doing two things, you will become famous in the world. Meaning you will be accepted, revered, respected, adored, worshipped. You will shine in this world. A virochate. Because of shining, respect and acceptance, everything will come. Dve karmani narha kurvan. Only two things. By doing two things only. What is that? Abruvan parusham kinchit. First of all, refrain from harsh speech. Do not hurt anybody with our words. Kathor shabd. Piercing the hearts. You know, ऐसे ऐसे शब्द बोलते हैं घर में भी. We hurt everybody. We inject, with a lot of spear into the heart of the words of spear, dug deep into the hearts of the people by our words. Words of spear they are. Loose tongue, loose tongue. If you don't use loose tongue, you will be loved by people. They want you in their life as a best friend, guide, coach, etc. Second thing is what? Asataha narchayan satha. And don't go and associate yourself with the wicked people. Disregard them. So world is watching us with whom all we are moving. Who are all my friends? What are all my activities? So if you wander and roam with bad people in society, people are observing, they don't like it, you don't shine in this life. So what kind of men and women are there in your life? What kind of people are there around you with whom you are associated? Satsang. Sat means here, good people you can take. Not that Sangha with pure Sat or existence. I'm not talking in that sense, spiritual sense, but then nice people around you. So Vidurji says, refrain from harsh speech and also do not associate yourself with the wicked people. Then in this loka, you will shine brilliant. So whatever I told, because every sloka is very tempting to listen. There's so many slokas, wonderful slokas I have selected already, plenty. There is no time today. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity, all of you, to VSS organization. May Pujya Gurudev and Guru Parampara bless all of you. Live long with good health. Let us grow spiritually and let us do our service to the society and the country as best as we can. And when our time comes to leave the world, let us leave with a great smile on our face and great contentment in the heart that we have done something to this world. Thank you, God, for giving us opportunity. Aisa bolke, we can leave this world. Thank you. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। हरि ओम।
Thank you. Thank you, Swamiji, for giving us, a good lecture on Vidura Neeti. Now, I think time is up. What we do is that we will do Janaganamana and close this webinar. So, request all of you to stand up and then I will sing Janaganamana. जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंग विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्ज्वल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभाशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हिंद. Thank you all for attending. So, Lita ji and who are all there on this